All right, welcome to the Better Books YouTube page. My name is Chris McCormick. I'm the founder and managing member of Better Books Accounting, an accounting, bookkeeping, and tax firm based in Boston, serving clients around the globe. And man, I'm thrilled you're here. Today, we're going to be talking taxes, specifically the number one tax advantage that person, every American can use today. And so you don't have to be all into the tax code. You don't have to be in the business right now, but it is uh, an important tax advantage, a tax benefit that is available to everyone if you take the right steps. So without further ado, the number one tax advantage available to all American citizens is starting a business. And you don't have to start a business. Starting a business doesn't necessarily mean quitting your current job, but it does mean starting something that generates income and produces revenue so that you can participate in the economy. And why is this the number one advantage? Well, because it opens the door to tax deductions that are only available to business owners. There are expenses that you incur as an American citizen, as somebody who's pursuing something that are deductible on the business income statement. So not only will you be generating a an increased income in your business, but you will also be generating expenses that you can then write off. Some things I like to point out: education expenses. Man, if you invest in your education, if you invest in your knowledge, a lot of the education expenses can be written off, are tax deductible. Now, this doesn't go as traditional tax advice. It is tax advice, but that doesn't mean that you are not required to speak with a tax professional before starting any sort of business or looking to use the tax code to your advantage in any way. That being said, you are more than welcome to reach out to the team here at Better Books. We will gladly serve you and all your business needs. But today, again, the number one tax deduction is starting a business, a side hustle. If you are new to this channel, I have a video out there about why every CPA should own his or her own business. And now today is why every person should own his or her own business. And while you might say you don't have the skills required to own a business, you don't have anything to sell, I challenge that. I encourage you to check out some of the other videos. We dive into that, especially the 7 wealth building principles of the Bible. There's a lot of talk in there about the fact that everybody has skills and abilities that they can use to produce income. But that being said, number one tax deduction is starting a business. You can open up the door to an abundance of tax advantages when you start a business. And why is that? Well, the US tax code was created to incentivize business ownership, to incentivize participation in the marketplace. So there are deductions in there. There are tax advantages, tax benefits for the business owner that people working the 9 to 5 or not working at all cannot use. So I encourage each and every one of you to take that first step, start to think about ideas that you can use to produce additional income. And again, should you have an idea already, please reach out to the team here. We will get that business set up by filing your articles of organization, by obtaining your employer identification number, and getting you everything you need to get your business up and running in the eyes of the law. Some of the deductions that I like to point out, or some of the advantages to owning a business that opens up tax deductions. One of them, and the biggest one, is it opens up deductions on expenses that you are already incurring. If you own a house, you are incurring a mortgage, you are incurring interest, you are incurring utilities. And should you be in a position where you start a side hustle, where you start a business, some of those expenses might be deductible. If you have a home office, which we will do another video detailing the importance of having a home office and what is required to be able to to actually use your home office as a tax write-off. But if you are in a position where you work out of your home, your primary place of business is your home, then you open up some of the home expenses that you are already incurring to tax deductions, to business expenses. And so I won't go into the greatest detail about that, but understand that that write-off, those deductions are only available to you as a business owner operating out of the house. Now, I talked about education. There are a variety of other expenses that can be incurred, including but not limited to your utilities. If you have a phone, if you pay a phone bill on your own, you can write that off as a business expense in the amount that your phone is used for your business. So if it's a side hustle, you can't write off 100% of it as a business expense, but you can write off more than you are currently writing off, and that's something to consider. So first and foremost, the greatest tax deduction that every person looking to build and maintain their wealth can do is start a business. And I intend to go into greater detail on this and the podcast. If you don't subscribe to our podcast, Know Your Numbers with Chris McCormick, I talk all things business, real estate, investing, taxes, profits, numbers, money, you name it, we got it. We have a wide variety of guests, and I would love to have you subscribe to it. And I'll go into greater detail about some of the tax advantages, some of the things that you can do as a business owner to steward your business well. But no, first and foremost, the number one thing that I encourage everyone to do, and my clients especially, start a business, open that door to potential tax deductions, and then work with a CPA, an enrolled agent, a tax professional to see which opportunities, which tax benefits are open to you, which you can use to reduce your tax liability, keep more money in your pocket where it belongs, and grow your prosperity. I thank you very much for tuning in. I'm so excited for what's to come. That being said, we do have a course coming out on business ownership. It's called the Business Launchpad by Better Books. We are producing it as we speak, and it will be coming to the marketplace. And if you are in a position where you want to start a business where you know it will increase your income, it will decrease your taxes, and it will diversify your portfolio, then I encourage you to be on the lookout for that. Feel free to reach out to me directly so I can get you on the mailing list and get that over to you when it comes out. But in the meantime, subscribe, like, and review all of our platforms and insights, and be sure to tune in to the information that's to come. Again, my name is Chris McCormick. I'm the founder and managing member of Better Books Accounting. We are on this earth to build wealth and steward profitable businesses to keep more money in your pocket where it belongs. Thank you so much for tuning in. Can't wait to see what you have to say. God bless you, and keep going.